So now we are moving forward to the AWS part. For that, we have to first log into AWS Amazon.com. If you don't have an AWS account already, please create one. So I just logged in, so it is not asking for my login ID password again. And then we have to first work on EC2. So I click on EC2. Here we'll first launch an instance. In the instances, we have to select the first one. This is a 64-bit Amazon Linux to AMI kernel 510. And the other specifications are also here for your convenience. You can check it for being sure. Then click on select. And we can go forward with the T2.micro as it's the free trial one right now. Click on next, configure instance details. Think everything is fine. You click on next, add storage. So it is the 8 gig. It is also fine. We click on next, add tags. We can skip this one too. Now we go on configure security groups. So the first one is SSH. This is the TCP and the port 22. We want it to be available anywhere, so we change the source. We also add one more rule over here. And since we are running on port 3000, so we'll write 3000 and we'll change the source again to anywhere. Then I think we are good to go. We can just click on review and launch. Security part, yeah, it is fine. We click on launch. And then if you already have an existing key pair, select that. Otherwise, click on create a new key pair. Write a key, I think, and then I'll just create a new key pair for you people to understand better. Otherwise, I already have a existing key pair, but we'll just create another one, naming Photosite pair key. I'm just writing random letters more so that it doesn't collide with the previous name I used to while making my project. And then I click on download key pair. I'll just do show in folder. And then we just put this file carefully because we can't access it again. So I've created a same folder. I'll just place this file over here. Just okay. And then close it. You'll have to use it later. And click on launch instances. You see that the instances are now launching. Click on view instances. So it is currently showing pending, but we have to just reload it. In some time it will show running. Just few seconds more. Yeah, it shows running. Then we just click on the instance name and you can see the details over here. We'll just first go to puttygen to use that private key file. If you haven't already installed putty and puttygen, just download it on your computer. before you start this. Then click on load. So basically a private key file is created by our temp. Just click on this one. And then I click as okay, load, and then I click on all files. I want the file I just downloaded, which is this one. Then you click OK, and then you click on save private key. And then if you don't want to save this key without a passphrase to protect it, then click yes. Then you give the file name as Photosite pk so that it doesn't collide with the name we have given before. Click on save, and we can just close it. I think we are fine. We just created a private key file. For the key file we had that was public earlier. And then if you want to see if we have that, you can see over here, this is the file we downloaded, and this is the private key file that we generated. Now we are going to create an elastic IP. Just scroll down, come over here, elastic IP, and then these are the two I created previously while doing this project. We'll just click allocate elastic IP address. Everything is fine. We can create on allocate. And then this is the newly allocated IP address. You can see the summary of it over here, but right now you can't see network interface owner account ID. Now what we have to do is click on the name associated IP address and then click on associate elastic IP address. Instance is fine. We have to choose an instance, the running one which we created just right now. And then we just click on associate. You can see that the elastic IP address associated successfully, and now we have a IP address for our server. Now the next step is how we apply to login from our EC2 instance to PuTTY. Now we open PuTTY, and then the host name over here will be the, go to instances, click on this one, and then we copy the public IPv4 address. Then is paste it over here. Port 22 is fine. SSH is fine. We have some saved sessions over here. We go on data, write username as EC2 user. Then expand SSH, click on auth. Then you browse the private key file that we generated. It's this one. Click on open, click on accept, and now we are connected to our server and our server is up and running. So we'll just minimize it. And now we are done with EC2 part. We are going to work with S3 buckets. We have to create an S3 bucket. We go on S3 and then we click on create bucket. So we have to choose the name like Photosite buck because I've already used in other names before. I'll just use a short form this time. I hope it works. And we'll just remove this check marks because we want it to be publicly accessible, and check on this I acknowledge. Disable is fine. Then we click on create bucket. After we clicked on create bucket, we see over here objects can be public, but they are not publicly accessible yet. We click on public buck, the name of the bucket. We'll just upload our images that we used as our database by clicking on add files. So just add this images in our bucket as we are using this in our application, and click on open. So all of these are now uploaded. Click on upload, then they're all uploaded. You can see it's uploading. It says uploaded successfully. Then we click on close as we are good over here. Now we need to change the bucket policy. Go on Amazon S3. We need some permissions. I'll show you how to ask for permission. So your buckets, and then photo site buck. Click on permission. We go down to edit bucket policy, and then we click on policy generator. We just mark a star over here. And then what is an Amazon resource name? We take it from here, just copy it. After you copy it, just paste it over here. And this is really very important, you always put a slash and a star at the end of the ARN. And you also need to select an action. Actually, we are going to select two actions over here. That is get object and put object. Okay, let me just erase this once. And then let's see if I get more options now. see anything. Okay, I have to select S3 bucket policy over here, and then star in principal, and then action we have to select get object, and then put object. Only two actions. Then we need this ARN number, which we just copied from here. Just paste it over here, slash, and then star. You click on add statement. Then you click on generate policy. Just copy this code and then close. And we can close this tab as well, as we don't need that anymore. Just replace this code from the one we copied from there and click on save changes. Now you can see that the Photosite bug is publicly accessible. Here also the access is public now. So that's how we change the permission. I think we are done with AWS. Now we'll shift to Putty, which we have connected before. And we are going to run some commands on Putty. Just a minute, guys. So continuing with Putty. So we have to now run some commands on Putty. I have those commands written with me in the notepad. I can attach that in the description box for you guys. Just copy it and then paste it as it is already updated. So it shows that no update for me. Now just see Docker. We are going to install the Docker on the server. It will take few seconds. Now next we are going to start the Docker service by this command. Okay, it says started, and then the last command is to run on port 3000. This is my Docker user ID. This is the name for our repository, and this is the tag. It says complete, complete, complete. Just few more seconds. Yeah, it is up and running. Now we just go on our browser. Let's see our localhost application in AWS server. And with our IP address, we can run the application. So now we'll be doing EC2 again because we want this, and then we want the public IPv4 address. Just paste in the browser and we'll just do :3000 slash user slash index. So this is our Photosite application. Click on Justin. This is our first name and the first link in the application. So we get the pictures and the details that we entered. Go back, we click on Paris, we get these pictures. We go on the last image, we get these pictures. So this is how a RubyMine application. Well, firstly, in this project, we created a RubyMine application and then we deployed that application on the Docker. And then later we did that deployment on EC2 and we also created S3 buckets to store our database. And that's how the whole application went through. Thank you for watching.